Hi there, Mad Gardener here once again with a tutorial. This is to assist anybody that has purchased the Carter Starter Microgreen Starter Kit from Tiny Winds Microgreens. Unfortunately, this grow is going to go down as a fail. I believe the 12-hour and 12-hour soak was too long, when 8 probably would have been enough. This is one of the option seeds. We are doing sunflowers today. Unfortunately, I believe the 12-hour soak plus 12-hour soak was too long. I think 8 hours would have been fine. This is the second rinse after 2 12-hour soaks, which I believe was too long when 8 would have been fine, but a good thorough rinse of your seeds before you plant. Here we are with day 1 after the seeds have soaked that full day, a full day. We're going to just take the seeds and sprinkle them out across the substrate or the coco coir bed that we've made. And a little hint here, which is very helpful, I use a silicone baster, just a cheap one I bought at Canadian Tire, and it helps get in there and doesn't make a muck or anything, and the seeds seem to behave. It beats just pounding the bottom of that jar. That's not always fun. And here we are. We just want to evenly distribute all of the seeds. Want to make sure that they're not overlapped. You have a tendency to create mold and all sorts of nasty things, and the seeds won't dig down very good if they're doubled on top of each other. So you really want to make sure that they're distributed and they have space in between them. Give them a good spray. Make sure you give them a good spray after you do get to the point where they're not overlapped. It takes a little while, but it's so worth it. They're all distributed now. Make sure you give them a good spray, although it doesn't show in the video. Cover it and weight it down for the evening. And here we are on day 2, still weighted down. And let's take a closer look, maybe. See what's happening down on the bed, as it would be. Okay, camera, here we go. Zippity-doo-dah. And we see a little bit of growth happening. If you see any white sticking out of the shell, that's your growth. That's what it's going to look like. And it'll be phenomenal when we're done. Just going to give them another good spray for the night. Some people would opt to use meds here, but these seeds are very good as long as you don't let them double over each other. You've got a good crop or good set of seeds. By giving your seeds a good watering, especially early in the grow, will ensure that the shells become soft enough when they start to grow that they'll want to come off. It's a real pain if you're approaching the cotyledon stage and the shells aren't off, and you're going to have to pick them off. So if you get them good and wet in the beginning, not soaking, just ensure that they're wet. That aids, that will totally assist in the shell removal. And we're just going to cover it up and call it a day. We'll see you tomorrow. And here we are on day 3 of the sunflower grow. I'm just going to take the lid off, and a couple stuck to the top there. And we're just going to take a peek at what kind of growth we have here. On location, look at that. Yeah, I see some of the radicals, as it would be, the first signs of life coming out, looking for water. Look at them reaching down. They're reaching down already, so you want to make sure you give them enough water to survive on. So we'll finish off the day with giving them another good watering to ensure that the seed shells come off of the plant. We don't want them stuck. They'll stick to the cotyledon. You don't want that. So here we are for a blackout, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, day 4. Let's see what's going on today. Oh, I'm starting to see some radicals, the water-hungry roots that come from the seed, some of the first things that emerge. I'm seeing some pretty healthy growth. Those are pretty fat, and they're reaching downward. Once they reach downward, they'll grab on and tell the rest of the plant, hey, stand up. That's what it's waiting to do. That's really what it's waiting to do. But we just want to make sure. Oh, let's check the radicals, if any radicals are popping through the bottom. And I see a few. I don't see too many, but they're getting water hungry down there. Not going to give them any water yet from down there, but it's coming up shortly. So we'll give them another spray to ensure that those the shell of the seed, sorry, the shell of the seed comes off. We'll cover it for another night of blackout. Here we are on day 5. Have them in blackout. Let's take a look at what we've got going on. Oh yeah, I see a lot more activity there. A lot more of those radicals reaching through. Let's take a look at the bottom. Ooh, yeah. I'm starting to see a bunch of radicals. Water thirsty roots those are. We want to please them too. So I'm going to give them 2 cups of water. Usually people wait until it's until we're uncovering them, but I want to keep those happy down below, those roots, and keep them growing. And we're going to put it out in the blackout one more night. And this is the day where I realized that this grow is going to be a fail. There's only about 40% of all those seeds that have already germinated. I'm getting ready to actually put them under lights. So those that haven't already started to come up aren't going to make it. So for the survivors, they've got plenty of water, and we're just going to cover it with an inverted lid in order to try and make them grow really fast, really tall, those that have already started. Here we are on day number 8. Yeah, with germination this low, it's only about 40%, folks. I don't know if you can tell. I can see all the seeds in the background, but 12-hour soak. 12-hour soak isn't needed for these seeds. 8 hours is probably going to be a lot better. We'll see. The dreaded day 10. Look at that. Holy. Look at all those seeds sitting on the bottom. And it has to be the soak time, the 12 and 12. I'd never done that. I don't know why I decided to experiment on a instructional video, but I did, and I kept the footage anyways, just to show you that we're not all perfect. But the tiny wins all count. Just remember that. Tiny wins all count. Just remember to count the tiny wins in your life in order to succeed. I made some mistakes. I learned. Tiny win. Please like and subscribe so we can actually see a video of how this is supposed to look. This is the Mad Gardener wishing you a great day.